What if you could figure out just how much you pronate, where you foot strike, and what your stride is like without going anywhere? That's the promise behind NURVV, this new running insole that I have been testing out, and I'm pretty excited to share with you because you know that I love me some good fitness gadgets. So NURVV actually has 16 sensors in each of the insoles. And first question I had, how long would this last? One pair of insoles should last you through 3 pairs of running shoes. So we say an estimate of like 500 miles per pair. So they have a very good life to them. But what they do is what's far more exciting than their life, right? So the insole absolutely slips right into your shoe, and then you can see the big sensor clips on the outside. I was very nervous about this. I don't like weird things in my shoes, but it is so extremely thin. You can put your normal insole, whatever you have, right back over top of it, and then this clips onto the side. I didn't feel it while I was running or anything else, which was my major concern. So while you're running, all of these sensors are picking up data about your foot. So it is looking at, are you landing more on your heel, your midfoot, your forefoot? It's paying attention to, is your foot rolling in or out, or are you landing neutral? I put it in a couple of different pairs of shoes, and it was very, very interesting to see that in certain shoes, I was clearly lacking stability because I was always pronating in, which obviously is gonna mean knee pain and other issues. Then I slapped in the insoles that I often run with, and boom, I was right back to running neutral. So we know these things matter in terms of keeping us injury-free, even working on things like speed. So not only will it measure the data, but then it's actually going to give you actionable feedback. So once you start to see that you're pronating, it's going to give you tips and tools to maybe work on that. So I'm always working on glute and knees and hips because I want to make sure I take care of those things before asking a shoe to do the work. If it's finding that you're landing too much on your heel, it's not going to say that's bad or anything else, but you might take it into consideration in looking at the stride length that it provides. So if you're landing on your heel and you have a very long stride, it probably means you're heel striking. Again, you can set it so that then on future runs, you're getting cues or things to help you kind of change that. I think those are, like, for me, the most important pieces of data that you're gonna get from this. And I love that there are tools to help you get to where you want to be. But it does do some other cool things. You can pair it with your Bluetooth, so with your watch or whatever, if you want to be getting updates about heart rate. So all of that will be going into it. And because you want to use it consistently, it's watching your training volume. It's giving you that data over time. So you can see things like, well, how does my stride length change as I'm doing, faster workouts? How does it change when I'm doing a hilly route? Does my foot strike change with these different kinds of things? And it's also sort of assessing your overall training load, training volume. So it really can become an integral piece of your overall training. Again, for me, those key components, I think, are the pieces that we all have questions about with our foot strike, with pronation, and we only kind of hear about it when you hop on a treadmill at the running store and they say your foot's falling in and they slap you in a new pair of shoes. They aren't wrong, but what if certain shoes have a different result? And so you can see that from this, which I think is just very, very cool and gives you more data to make the right choices for you, to buy the gear that's best for you, and to hopefully keep running more injury-free. I would definitely say this is a very cool new thing that's on the market. It has a battery life of 5 hours. Most of us probably not running 5 hours at once, but it means you don't have to recharge it between every single time. The sensor talks to an app that is on your phone. So when I say it's giving you feedback or updates. Generally, if you're using that, you probably want to be on the treadmill is what they recommend, so you're not outside and distracted, because you can see things in the app. So while you're running, you can actually watch your foot strike if you want to. Certainly don't want to be looking down and doing that while running outside. Like I said, because you can move it from shoe to shoe, I think that's important. You'll see that it has this little bit of, so you can tell there's a very good clip here, makes it very secure. This is not bouncing around while you're running at all. And there's this little bit of Velcro as well. So that's what's keeping it on the inside of the shoe tight and not moving. So no issues with that. Have more questions on other running gadgets on the NURVV Run, you can just hit me up in the comments below. I will absolutely be providing a link there where you can find out more about this as well. But as always, I am Amanda from Run to the Finish, and I am here to answer your running questions.